Guys, so I'm making another video. Oh gosh, I love how I start all my videos by announcing that I'm making a video, because of course you guys know that I'm making a video, so why do I feel the need to always say that? I don't know. I guess it's kind of weird starting out videos. Like, I always start them out like really nervous, and eventually it gets to the point where I could be more natural in them. But at first I'm always kind of worried. Yeah. I wanted to make a video because I got a new idea for one. I wanted to talk about the ways social anxiety makes me act, like when I'm around people. The ways social anxiety makes me act, they really make my social anxiety even worse, because then I worry that I do all these things. And so it's like I'm having social anxiety about having social anxiety. So yeah, I have these notes that I made about things that I do in social situations which really bug the heck out of me. So I guess I'll go over them and explain what they are. Okay. One of them, the first one, is that whenever I talk to people, sometimes I get to where people can't understand what I'm saying. Like, I could be in a group, and I could make a comment, and no one will hear me. And then I'll wonder why people are ignoring me, when in fact they didn't hear me. And then someone will make that comment themselves, and then I'll say, but I just said that. And then they'll say, you did? We didn't hear you. It's kind of funny, but that's just a problem I have all the time. I mean, if I'm anxious about something I'm saying, subconsciously, I'll just lower my voice, and so people won't be able to understand it. And then I also tend to talk really quickly and garble all my words together, and that especially happens when someone asks me a question, and I'll try to answer them, but I'll be like talking at top speed, and they'll be like, what? And I hate it when that happens. So it just makes me wish that I could like type a response to them or something, so that then my voice wouldn't get in the way. But yeah, that's a huge problem. Another thing I do in social situations is I cannot make eye contact with people. Like at all. This is something that really bugs me. Someone will start a conversation with me, and I'll just feel too nervous to look at them. And so I'll look somewhere else, but the person will... I'm sure it must not leave a good impression on the person, obviously, but... oh gosh, it's so overwhelming to look at a person when you're talking to them. I mean, sometimes I force myself to, but other times I just can't. And it's the most annoying thing in the world. Yeah. Another thing I do, and this is huge, is that I basically lose my personality around people. Like, if I'm talking to someone, I'll turn to this robot, and I won't be able to really talk to them at all. I'll just, if they ask me a question, I'll just answer back, but it'll just be in this, like, emotionless voice, and I'll just, like, talk in monosyllables, and I won't really say much. You know, in these videos, I think it's a lot easier to let my personality come out. But if you're talking to me in real life, you would see a huge difference. Because I wouldn't know what to say to you. And yeah, I've been told things like I'm boring before, and people really don't think I have a personality like at all. So it kind of sucks. Like, I also can't really express my opinions around people or anything. It's just hard for me. Like, I think that people won't like me if I have a different opinion than them. And you know, this is partially related to having parents who I have very different opinions from. I won't go into detail about that, but yeah. Oh yeah, and another thing I do is sometimes if I get used to a person and I do get more comfortable around them, something will happen. I'll begin to act more like that person. It's like I feel the person won't like me if I don't act more like them. This just automatically happens sometimes. Like with my sister, um, I do act like a lot like her in some ways, like just when I'm around her. Like, I find myself sometimes using the phrases she uses and stuff like that. And it's just an automatic thing. I just begin to act like the people who I'm friends with or whatever. It's kind of weird. Wow, surprisingly I went through all those things pretty quickly. Oh wait, actually, there's one more. Another thing that happens is in conversations. Sometimes I can't really focus on what the person's saying. It's like I'll be so anxious, and they'll just be sitting there saying something, and I'll be trying to think of what I'm going to say back, that I totally miss what the person says, and then I have to ask them to repeat themselves, and everything else. Like, sometimes I just can't understand what a person says because I'm so nervous. Or else, even if I could understand what they say, I can't process what they say. It just goes too fast. I'm so nervous, and they say something and it goes completely unnoticed by me. I don't get the point of what they said or whatever. It's really hard. I mean, I wish I could have more time to just... I wish there was like a pause button that I could press. And then I could think of what to say and then I could say something. And I could make sure that my body language is fine and that I don't seem too nervous. That would just help a lot because conversations are just so fast-paced and I can't focus on them at all. Okay. I guess that's it. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to say. I'm beginning to get a bit worried about my videos. Like, I'm worried that people don't really get much out of them. Like, I'm not talking about what people want me to talk about or whatever. So, what I want to ask you guys is if you could give me suggestions on what I could do to improve my videos, or what you'd like my videos to be about. I don't want to make videos that no one likes. I don't want to make videos that are just boring and that no one gets anything out of them. So yeah, you can just message me with any suggestions you have. Please only constructive criticism, of course. Okay, I guess that's it. Bye.